Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel, shall we? Well, guess what? They added a bunch more stuff to the game in the solo mode, and I think this is probably, their effort to try to explain more concepts to newer players like myself. And I'm going to check some of these out. So this is in just the basic duel strategy, but they've added a new section called Duel Strategy 2. Now, this stuff might all be, not that great, but there are some, interesting rewards for some of these. And so you'll get, this Book of the Moon, and you can get some gems and stuff like that. So this is interesting, and let's see what kind of gameplay tips they want to teach us. So here they're going to talk to us about the battle phase. And I remember way back when I first started playing, I didn't understand. I didn't feel like certain things were fully explained. And so let's see what they want to talk to us about specifically. The different parts of the battle phase. So they're going to talk about the steps. So there's the start step, the battle step, the damage step, and the end step. The battle step is the part where preparations for battle happen. During this step, players may declare attacks with their monsters and select their targets for attack. Card effects that activate upon attack declaration or when a monster is targeted for an attack can also be used. Okay. So, we have a Synchron deck, I hear? Or maybe? So, let's see. Oh, they've got a boombox. Alright. Okay, so let's see what we do with this deck. I'm a Scarecrow with a hairdryer. During a duel, you and your opponent will alternate between each turn to make your moves. A single turn is to split into 6 phases, and what you can do will depend on what phase it is. There are the draw phase, standby phase, main phase 1, battle phase, main phase 2, and end phase. We will now go into more depth about battle phase, a part of duels that has great influence on both players' strategies. The battle phase is further split into 4 parts, which we just saw. The damage step will be explained in further detail in another chapter. For now, we're focusing on the battle step. This step is for declaring attacks with your monsters for effects that activate when battle is declared or when the target is selected for an attack, or to prepare for the beginning of a battle. Let's look at it in practice. Okay, so this is way more in-depth than the original tutorial, and I really hope that Konami keeps doing this with the game, which is continuing to evolve the tutorial section in the solo mode so that all aspects of the game are covered. I think it would be fantastic to have a really robust and interactive way to explain the game, because it's, like I've said, and as I'm learning the game, it's one of the most complicated CCGs I've ever played, if not the most, especially in terms of, not only the base rules, but just how every card creates new rules for the interactions, and that creates new circumstances for how those other cards will interact with each other, and there's thousands of cards creating all these kinds of very unique situations, so it can pile up and be very overwhelming. But getting these fundamentals down it's absolutely essential. Gather the synchro materials you will need to synchro summon Junk Speeder. Normal summon Hyper Synchron. Okay, so let's normal summon this dude. There you go. And then if there's a tuner on your field, you can special summon Boost Warrior from your hand. Well, I got a tuner. You can see the little tuner icon there. So we're going to special summon this guy over here. And he's in defense position. Now we can synchro summon Junk Speeder and activate its effect. I actually played against this deck the other day, and it was doing all kinds of summoning and bouncing things around. Alright, so we're going to send this to the graveyard. It's 4 stars. This is 1 star or level. And then we will put this in face-up attack position. It could go anywhere we want it, so I'll put it over here. I don't know if it's important. And now we can activate its effect. And it says, if this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon as many Synchron Tuner monsters as possible with different levels from your deck in defense position. That's ridiculous. So yes, let's do that. So we can get this guy, who's level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 5. How about filling up our entire board? 1, 2, 3, 5. Alright. One option you can take here is to use the tuner use special summoned to your field to conduct another synchro summon. However, for now, let's go straight to the battle phase to activate the other effects of Junk Speeder. Okay. So we're going to go main 1 battle. Declare an attack against your opponent's monster with Junk Speeder and activate its effect. Alright, so now we're really emphasizing, like they said, the battle phase. So we're going to hit him, and we're going to activate the effect. And the effect is... Oop, we're about to get bopped. Alright, so let's just see what happened here. They are doing something in response to our effect. Okay. Your opponent has stopped your attack with their trap card. They did. The battle step isn't just for declaring attacks with monsters. During the battle step, you can also activate all sorts of card effects to gain an advantage when attacking or defend off your opponent's attacks. Indeed. Let's end the battle phase. Keep a close eye on the card effects that activate during the battle step as you battle your way to victory. Okay, 1 second. Let me actually check this out. So what happened? So I tried to activate what ability? When an attack is declared involving this card that was synchro summoned this turn, indeed, you can make this card's attack become double its original attack until the end of the turn. Nice. But then they put this card morph transition, and it basically negate the attack and change the battle position of the selected Morphtronic monster. So, but they could only use this if they had this card in play, and they did. And then they changed this to defense position and negated our attack. So we're just going to go to main 2. Battle phase is over. And now we can do stuff. Alright. So I can make this Junk Destroyer. Oh, I should have done this first. Oh well. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be doing this, but... there we go. I guess I shouldn't have done this first because I needed to get rid of my other guy, but I'm going to activate his effect, and we're just going to bop this card. Alright, so we killed their trap, their set trap. Let's see, and we'll set this trap, and we'll set this trap. And what is this spell card? It's a quick play, so we need to set this. So let's set it. And then let's end the phase. Alright, they're flipping over, they're changing their position. Alright, so they're going to try to attack. And this is the battle phase, and we can use this. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate its attack. After that, set this card face down. Interesting. Yeah, do that. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, because it gets to attack twice. Well, at least it didn't attack twice. It rolled a die. Interesting. Okay. Alright, Junk Giant's in play. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hide this. Okay, what does this say? They don't control that. But I can summon this. Here. And we're going to activate its effect. And we're going to get something that is... What do I have out? I have 1, 2, 4. Let's get this hyper. Actually, what are your stats? 1600 attack? No. Give me attack position. Okay, great. And now we can just go over both of these cards. We can also special summon something else here. What is this? Junk Connector. 2 effect monsters once per turn during the main or battle phase. Immediately after this, you can... quick effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon 1 synchro monster using only materials this card points to. Okay, if this link summon card you control is destroyed by battle or your opponent's card, you can set your... Okay. Interesting. What do I have? Do I have anything banished that's big? Yeah, I could banish this and just make that a 0 attack. Um, hmm. I don't want that. This isn't bad. Do I have a non-synchro? Yeah, I have my Synchron Explorer. Okay, so give me this then. This guy and this guy. Perfect. And what's the attack value on this? We'll just do defense for you. You're a race car. Great. And then we'll activate this effect to draw a card. Okay, we got the Junk Converter. Alright, and then let's see. Is there anything else I want to do here? Satellite Warrior. This is ridiculous. Okay, yeah, what do I need to summon this? This guy and then this guy? Yeah, do it. Face-up attack position, right here. So I can just banish cards to get rid of their cards. And then I get, yeah, activate my effect. And destroy that. And yep, destroy that. And then there's a bunch of attack. That's good. Okay. Now what else can I summon? This guy? Do I want to do that, though? Summon the connector, like Link 2. But see, if I place this guy, I won't have any materials left to point. Like, I'm going to use these two, and there'll be nothing that it's pointing to as materials. And so, I don't want to use this guy as materials. So I'm just going to go to the battle phase. I'm just going to punch him in the face. Oh, this guy, he can't attack. Okay, great. And then we almost got this. And main 2. And, end. So they're clanky. They're summoning this thing. Oh my god. They had some sweet starter in their hand. Oh no, all kinds of shenanigans are going on. They're rolling dice. They got a 6. That's bad. I don't like it. I don't like what I see. Okay. Now it's our turn. Alright. Starlight Junction. You contribute, summon 1 tuner monster, special summon the Synchron monster from your deck with a different level than the attributed monster during your opponent's turn. If you special summon the Synchron monster from your extra deck, target 1 card in the field, shuffle it into the deck. Wow. Alright. I guess let's do this. And activate the effect. And let's just kind of get rid of this thing. And which one do I want? This makes a token. Let's try this. Let's just summon this. I'm only doing this for the attack. I'm just going to try to shoot them down, basically, at this point. Once per turn, you can target one monster in your graveyard, banish it, and add it to your deck. While in attack position, you can roll a die and excavate. Okay, they did that. Okay, it looks like they don't have any funny tricks. Got him. Okay, so one thing I will say about that tutorial that I don't really care for is that it just kind of says, all right, and we're going to stop explaining things and just let you go. It's not entirely scripted, which I get it to not be entirely scripted, but does it need to be that long? I don't know. Also, you're using a loner deck for all of these. Okay, so that's really interesting that they opened that up, and I enjoy learning more about the game in that way. But I'm going to go back down here now to where I was, and I really want to try to finish this entire gate. So we finished this entire top portion of the gate, and now we have some more scenario to go through, learning about what's going on here with that World Chalice, Ib, and everything else. Aram and friends battled the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme, the culmination of the Mech Knight's power with all their might. Yep, there they are fighting those Mech Knights. As the tide turned in the battle, Ningirsu gathered his strength and put his all into one decisive strike of his spear. However, his attack was parried by the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme, opening a large hole in the wall. The already fragile ruins couldn't withstand the impact and began to collapse. Before the dust settled, so as not to be noticed by the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme, Ningirsu directed a subtle glance toward Lee. Notching his glance, Lee nodded slightly and slipped from the battlefield. Noticing his glance, she signaled her intentions to infiltrate the base alone and rescue Ib. That's a nice purple trench coat she's got there. Lee flew feverishly before finally arriving at Ib. Ib breathed a sigh of relief when she saw Lee there unharmed, but her relief was short-lived as she learned that the others were battling the Mech Knights. Maybe it was they who were wrong to battle the Mech Knights. To know the truth, she had to stop the battle immediately. As Ib uttered those words, Lee, who stood in front of her, now slowly turned around. Upon their first meeting, Lee had greeted Ib with a warm smile of a fairy, but her smile had transformed, now black and hideous. Uh-oh. Terrified, Ib sought to scream, but her consciousness was consumed by deep darkness before she could utter a noise. Oh, the plot thickens. She's not a nice fairy. It's a demon. We got the World Legacy World Armor. And then there's some more story. Alright. As everything we know and love is getting flipped around, Aram and the others continued to battle. All of a sudden, an explosion occurred inside the facility. Immediately, Aram felt as if the World Chalice awakened again, though the feeling was now greatly intensified. Everyone on the battlefield stopped fighting, transfixed at that moment. Just then, a figure appeared. She was standing on the mountain of the debris before them. It was the visage of Ib, unmistakably from head to toe, but her face betrayed something sinister. Her eyes glowed mysteriously, and an evil aura emanated from her body. These signs suggested that the figure before them was not the Ib they knew. Her laughter was nothing like that of Ib. She now spoke to the confused group. "I am Lee. This body is now mine." Sweet Ib was no longer here. The feminine resonance of her voice was now poisoned with a booming dissonance. Aram and the others glared at her with confusion and anger, meeting their gaze. Nightmare Corruptor Ib Lee. Ooh, it's Ib Lee. They combined Ib and Lee. Hilarious. Emitted a force field. The force field now forcibly absorbed the power of the World Chalice within Aram and the others, and now it threatened to take their lives. However, it would be the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme, who they'd been fighting to the death just moments before, who would rescue them. Throwing itself at them, the power of Ib Lee was so great it caused the form of the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme to become unjoined. Separated into 7, the Mech Knights were severely damaged. Then Ib Lee, with a familiar hand, proceeded to extract the cores from each of the Mech Knights one by one. This is not good. It was now clear that there was great danger in Ibli possessing both the power of Ib as well as that of the ritual wand. Seeking to prevent this, the Mech Knight Blue Sky sought to transfer control of the wand to someone other than Ib. Showing considerable growth in battle, Aurum was the one chosen as the wand's successor. Ibli's power created a shockwave that launched Aurum to the edge of the cliff. The Mech Knight Blue Sky stretched out its arm to help him. Wordlessly, their gaze met. Aurum sensed in his heart that the knight was trying to convey something when a dazzling light shone suddenly. The next moment, Aurum, adorned in new armor, not of the world chalice and holding a sword in each hand, stood at the edge of the cliff. Nice! He's a Mech Knight now, as Mech Knight Avram, successor to the ritual wand. Oh my goodness. Take that, world chalice. Now we're the Mech Knights. Boy, our people keep getting transformed with different powers. All right, Ibli, we're coming for you. Once owned by Ib, the ritual wand was passed down through generations in the village of the Forest of the Stars. It was the key to the fate of the stars and held the power to unlock the world legacies. Look at that. There's Mech Knight Avram, and then there's evil Ibli. In a split-second decision, Aurum had been chosen to succeed the wand, not by the wand's controller Ib, but by the Mech Knights. Then the succession of the key was split into two, just like its pair sword was. Knowing Ib, resting inside of her, still possessed the key's power, Ibli set off to gain possession of the Worldlands before Aurum could reach it. Aurum chased after her, determined to stop her. However, in his path stood the Nightmare Beasts, born from the power contained in the cores that Ibli stole from the Mech Knights. So that's not good. Aurum, having just received his new powers, had to contend with the formidable strength of the 6 Nightmare Beasts. Yep, okay. Now, Ningirsu, who'd rushed to Aurum's side along with Imduk, said to him, "We'll hold them back. You go ahead." Wow. But it's just a little baby. His voice was quiet but resolute. Having lost the power of the World Chalice, Ningirsu knew he would be powerless to stop Ibli, even if he could catch her. Without waiting for Aurum's reply, Ningirsu leaped out, facing the beast, spear in hand. Ooh, look, there's Nightmare Unicorn. Sweet. I mean, when I use it, it's sweet, not when it's fighting us. Though nearly powerless, Ningirsu still deftly handled his spear as if possessed. As the Nightmare Mermaid was crushed, the beasts all turned their heads toward the spear wielder in unison. He must have wanted to pursue his little sister more than anybody else. Aurum took off to pursue Ibli in the Worldlands with the determination of Ningirsu as the wind in his sails. Left alone, Ningirsu continued to fight by himself, his roars echoing throughout the battlefield. Do it, Ningirsu. Alright, we got Mech Knight Avram, and here we go. We're going to fight a duel. We can win the card World Legacy's Corruption if we do it with their deck, or we can get World Legacy World Shield. We're going for the Shield because I want to play Thunder Dragons. I want to keep practicing with the Thunder Dragons. I feel like with the Thunder Dragons themselves, I'm okay. But I have each player draws a card and then discards a card. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain Max C to that just to use it for this turn so that they can't necessarily respond to it. I'm not going to do anything with that. And then I'm going to discard a card from my hand. And I'm actually going to discard Max C. So they didn't do anything, which is just a darn shame. I'm going to activate this effect. And I'm doing this just to get cards in my yard. Okay, for Fusion Summon. God, what a weird situation we find ourselves in. Okay, so we can summon Dragon Matrix here. And then we can activate Oh, interesting. Because of what happened, basically, I shouldn't have maybe done that effect. I mean, it was good to put this in there, but now it turns this off because I'm only playing 3 of them. So anyway, I'm going to activate this effect and just give this attack. The only reason I'm doing that is so I can summon the Colossus, because you have to have played the Thunder effect. Okay. I don't know what kind of shenanigans they have over there, but I will battle. Okay. That's bad. Okay, interesting. So... Alright. Not much I can do about that. Can I link that away, though? Maybe I could. Wouldn't that be funny? What if I just link this away? Right? And then if... How many cards do I have in my yard? 1, 2... Do I have anything banished? I don't. So unfortunately, even if I summon Predaplant, I don't think I could do my fusion because I think it's 3 different Thunder Dragons. If it's actually, maybe it's not. Maybe it's 3. If it is 3, then I can get a Titan. I could also IP Mask, and then I could Masquerena, and then so if I eat up these 2, right, and then during their turn, I can link summon. I could link up, but I don't have the material to do that. I don't know why I'm like overreacting like this about losing my Colossus. I just, I'm afraid that this is going to be bad if it's in my possession. So I'm thinking like I could just Anaconda these 2 away, then use Anaconda's effect to get fusion, and then fuse out a Titan, and then pop one of their cards. I'm going to do that. And if this is a huge mistake, then it's a huge mistake. But let's just see about this play here. So we've got the Anaconda, bam, and then we activate the effect, and we're going to use effect number 2, and then I'm going to get this fusion into the yard, and we use it to summon the Titan, and we're going to put the Colossus back, and we're going to put a dragon back and this back. And we'll go face-up attack over here. Now, I could actually just Thunder Dragon Dark right now and pop one of these, or I could save it for their turn. I'm going to save it. Nope, it's okay. Huh. All right, well, it's their end phase, so we're going to definitely activate this then. So the card that they just got was called World Legacy World Lanced. But they said it. No, they just added that to their hand. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to get rid of this. Okay. There you go. There you go. Now that's a card to draw. All right. So what we can do... This is so awesome. This deck is ridiculous. So what we can do is we can just activate this to start to add the Thunder Monster from our deck to our hand, right? So we'll do this. And we're going to add this card because this is like game over. We can just clear their board with just this. So all we have to do is activate the effect of this once and chain this. And I don't even know if this is necessary, but I just like the idea that they have nothing. And then, no, we're going to do it again. And we're going to chain this effect. Now, interestingly, I've learned that interrupting this is actually pretty easy to do. If you do anything in between, like in response to trying to activate this effect, it will disrupt it, if you can, because it has to link to the effect, I believe. All right, to the activation, whatever the right word is. So you can disrupt the Titan popping stuff if you have the... You can mess up the timing. All right, I'm going to play the Chaos Space now. And what card do we want to send to the graveyard? Well, how about a Thunder Dragon? Actually, send this to the graveyard. And then give me this. Thank you. Okay, and then we just special summon this right here. And we're going to banish this. And we can just do defense, it's fine. Do we want to activate this? If this is banished... Oh yeah, that's so good. Yes, please. Honestly, we want a Hawk. We could get a Roar. But I like a Hawk right here. And then what we can do is we can Striker away this. Get the Collapse Serpent. And then I can special summon the Collapse Serpent, and we will banish the Dragon Matrix, I guess. Yeah. Yes, please. This way we can just activate it from the hand next turn if we need to. We still have just, like, regular summon. I could get Cross Sheep or something and then summon to its other... where it's pointing. Let me see Cross Sheep really fast. What do you do with an effect monster? Nah, I don't have Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, or Xyz. This is just Dragon Link effect, so nothing special there. Okay, that's fine. You know what, though? Here's what we can do. I'm going to activate the effect of a Thunder Monster, and we don't need to do this. They have nothing in play, and we will special summon the Matrix here. And then now I'm going to just get a Colossus right here. And then at this point, I could just Union Carrier. I think it's lethal if I Union Carrier. Let's see if I already have lethal. 26, 36, plus 32, plus 500. Not quite. So if I instead just gobble up this and put Union Carrier here. Oh, I always forget that. I can't. It's in the graveyard. It has to be in the deck or hand. And I had it earlier. That's a shame, but it's okay. It'll still give me plus 1,000 attack, which is enough for lethal. But I can also just regular summon this, and then special summon to peel off something like honestly though, I mean, okay. I'm just getting numbers. I don't even have it. I don't even want to use its effect. We're just going to go to the battle phase. And 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. Awesome. So that is good enough for us to get through that portion. We get that. We unlock this new gate, and then here we can get, you know, this, and then what, 200 gems? Oh no, it's just 4 tickets. Okay, but we're making great progress. I'm going to unlock this on this gate. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back again, and you guys will see, like, there's all this crazy stuff going on right now for, you know, the Yu-Gi-Oh 3-month anniversary, so you can get a lot of gems this way. I think the only card that I'm really looking for in my deck right now is the Borrelsword Dragon. I just think it would be a great addition. It'll be the final slot for my extra deck. I'd also like to get your guys' opinion about this Cybernetic Successor structure deck that they added. Do you think this is worth getting? I wasn't sure if it's, you know, something that is a good introduction to, you know, Cyber Dragons or any of it. I just don't know. All right, and purchase. Oh, we got some super rares. Lightning Trigorn and Kiku the Ghost Destroyer. Nice. Okay. Slice it open. What'd we get? We got a Gemini Elf. How about that? Hilarious. Okay, cool. Well, we're up to 2,000 gems now, so we can really start opening a pack. You know, if I need to just try to open the secret pack, I will. But to get Boral Sword Dragon, but, you know, we'll see how that goes. Alright, so we are at Tier 3 in Gold, and I thought it might be fun just to add one duel to the end of this video and see if we can get lucky here with our dragons. So we need to draw a good hand. Okay. This is one of those strange hands where, you know, I have some good defensive stuff, but I don't have the kind of starters that I would dream of, right? I can activate this effect. I could even summon this, but it doesn't let me actually start into anything. So I think, you know, if I summon this, I can't link into anything with this card. I can summon it, and then, you know, I can activate this effect, but that doesn't actually do anything for me. So I think I have to just set and pass turn, unfortunately. I don't see a good play for me here. I need like an Allure of Darkness, Chaos Space, a Fusion, add one Resonator from your deck to your hand. We'll just go ahead and not let that happen. They're probably just trying to bait out my Ash Blossom, and I get that. But I don't want them to search. Right. So this, I would have been able to Ash Blossom that, but, you know, I can't Ash Blossom everything. What is this doing? Assault Beast is activated. So let's see. Let me go ahead and I think I can call by the grave this effect. So it says you can discard this card to the graveyard, right? And then add one. And so I'm not sure. I'm going to try to activate this effect and see if I can stop that from happening. Okay, so they're going to punch me in the face. We did actually somewhat interrupt them. But I have to draw well here. There we go. So hopefully we can do something with this. Alright, so first of all, we have to activate this effect. And we need to send... let's send this. And we'll add this. Okay, we'll special summon this. I should have sent... That was a mistake. I should have sent Matrix so I could have banished it and triggered its effect, but we should get around that anyway. I can also just summon this and tribute this, and then... well, I can use this effect and then tribute this to get my Colossus. And then, let's see. Right. But I can also just Striker Dragon. And then go into Predaplant. I'm going to activate the effect of this. So that we have a Thunder Dragon effect done. Actually, I can just summon Thunder Dragon Matrix now and turn that into a Colossus for myself. Over here. And then, they've quit. Okay, that was a pretty fast duel. But I was going to basically make Union Carrier there. Striker Dragon, get rid of the Collapse Serpent, and then kick in, play Chaos Space, draw a card, use Chaos Space's effect, rather, from the graveyard, draw myself a card, and then when I send out the Collapse Serpent to the yard, I get my Wyvern Burster, and then I can summon that to get the Collapse Serpent back, and then I have 2 on to link away for Union Carrier, equip the Colossus, and we should have been fine there. I could have also made Predaplant, I believe, and then I had enough Thunder Dragons. I could have brought the Fusion back, just paid 2,000 life points to get the Fusion with Predaplant, and then had a Titan on the board also, but I would have had no, actually, with the Fusion, I would have been able to kick, if I could keep this card in hand, my Thunder Dragon, then I would have been able to kick 2 more back into the deck, and then so I would have had 2 activations, 2 pops with Titan, so I might have actually done that, but, the full lock on the extra deck is also brutal. Okay, so there's a nice, quick, and easy win, and we had a terrible first hand. There was nothing we could really do, so we just had to pass. And, got carried by a timely Ash and Called by the Grave. And then they must have also bricked. They had nothing. And so they couldn't interrupt me on my turn. So when I went second, drawing that Chaos Space was exactly what we needed. Something like that. To start kicking out stuff to the yard and the banished zone so that we can, have lines of play to actually pursue. So one more win, we get to gold rank 2, and it would be cool to try to approach platinum this month, and even maybe work our way up. But I hear that it seems like trying to get diamond would be quite challenging. Now I'm going to go to the shop. I heard that there is an accessory here for a. There's a Cyber Dragon, there's a Borreload Dragon, so I could get, like, a new mate if I wanted one. And, there's the Dark Magician, but then there's also dual fields, and I really kind of maybe want a new dual field. There's some nice sleeves that are over here, and, if I could pick a sleeve, what would it look like, and then icon. There's a Thunder Dragon icon, so we can just go ahead and get this and be like, hey, cool, give me that icon, right? And then I kind of like this sleeve. Looks cool. And splashing around a little bit. These are very costly. I don't want to spend too much on that. And these are also... I could still afford one of these, though, if I wanted. And stay above 2,000, which is what I like, but I don't think so. I think that's okay for now. And so we're just going to go into our deck and edit our Thunder Dragon deck. Now, like I said, actually, we're very, very close to... You guys have made some good suggestions. I think the only card I want is Borrelsword Dragon to add to my extra deck and then complete it, basically. Monster Reborn might be another good starter to throw into this deck. I have considered, everybody says play Nibiru, and I get it that it protects you against certain things going second. I just have not used it. Maybe I just have been lucky. I also thought about maybe another Lightning Storm, or not another, but just a Lightning Storm, in addition to my Feather Duster, to have another way to clear out a back row. If people set a bunch of traps, it can just be really, really oppressive. So in that case... I could take out one Allure of Darkness, maybe, or something like that, or one matrix. I don't know. I don't want to take away any starters of mine, but that's something I could consider. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna go quickly into. Oop, not this. We're gonna filter it, and we're gonna go for super rare. Okay, and I'm just going to bust up some super rares that I have that I'm not really using at the moment. I had this Dark Bribe, and I'm not really huge into it. I crafted it for a deck, and it's just like, not really that good. You know, I kind of wish I just didn't have it. Right, S-Force. I'm not playing S-Force, so I will dismantle that. And then I just need one more to break. So Cyber Summon Blaster would be good, I guess, if you were... Alright, so Mistake is funny, but this is like... very... it's kind of like Collapse... Or, I'm sorry, it's kind of like my Colossus effect. I'm going to dismantle that. And then, here's my plan. So, like, Boral Sword, right, is... well, first of all, go to ones that we don't have. And this one, the Borogor Dragon, you get him from Shot Through Fiction. And so I'm going to craft this card. Is this also from Shot Through Fiction? It is. I don't know which one's better. Let's see. Which one would I actually play? 2 dragon monsters, including a rocket monster, or 3 effect. Let's get this one. It's not as... 3 effect monsters. I mean, I could actually play this in my Thunder Dragon deck because I have so many effect monsters. I wouldn't, but anyway. So we did this, and now we can get a free pull here, and we will. And hey, hey, hey! Cool. And we'll skip, and we got a... Oh, we got a Shadal Fusion for our Shadal deck that we're going to make one day. I'm just joking. Although it does sound like a fun kind of deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the shop. I'm going to go to Secret Packs, and we're going to open 10 of these. And we're either going to try to just get the card that we need. Okay, we didn't get it. But we did get, you know, a shiny Boot Sector launch and some other cards to... break apart. Now this is guaranteed to have at least one UR in it, so we will get that. There it is. Oh, and we got 2 of them. Okay, so I only wanted 1 Boral Sword Dragon, but we got 2. So great. So now we're set. And we got an S-Force Justify, which I don't think I would necessarily use that right now, but I could get rid of it. Triple Burst Dragon is also one that people have actually talked about. As a way to defend yourself against, God, was it Sky Strikers or something like that? Maybe. Or it was just I heard this recommended. I'd have to understand further why this was a potential extra deck recommendation for this deck. But anyway, now we're good, and so we can go back, and we're going to go to our deck. And we're going to just edit this. I'm going to change the accessories. We're going to keep that silly protector, but we're going to, we're going to change the new card back, and we're going to, that's fine, good, and then we're going to go in here, and we're going to edit the deck, and we're just going to add in Boral Sword. I've seen somebody playing this online and just winning games left and right by bringing this card out as just a finisher. If they have something on the board that you can gobble up their attack and just attack over. Oh, wait, no, not that button. That button. There you go. Now it's in the deck. Okay, we'll save the deck. And then we're going to go back, and we're going to go to our profile. and I'm going to edit this so that I can change my icon to be the Thunder Dragon Colossus, which I'm using. Great. Cool. Alright, so we've made a little cosmetic changes, and we played a duel, and we crafted a new card that I need to experiment with for the deck. Everyone, I want to thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to talk to you guys in the comments below about tips, suggestions, strategy. You guys are so wonderful about breaking down all of the different things that are not aware to me or mistakes that I'm making, and I really appreciate it. It does help me get better. I think I've gotten a little bit better since I first started this game, but I have a long way to go, and you guys are helping me there. I appreciate it so much. Take care.